Sports Talk with the Cowboy.
Welcome and thanks for riding with the Cowboy. Wish I could report on better news than our defeat Sunday, but we were defeated by the Los Angeles Rams 30-27 in the division round of the NFL playoffs. As you all saw, it was a terrible game in the 42nd mark when we had the game tied 27-27. There before the first half, as you all know, we did get a fumble recovery within the 10-yard line, and that 10-yard line fumble that we got from the Rams prevented them from scoring. I went into the halftime 27-3. We were being beaten badly, and come back out in the second half, and Tom Brady and the defense clawed and scrapped their way back into a 27-27 tie with 40 seconds to go on the clock. And then we had one offensive play by the Rams, a pass for about 11 yards. Second play, the Bucks decided to blitz. Their players didn't know to blitz or not. 3 of them did not. The other ones did. And their money receiver, Cooper Kupp, ran by safety Antonio Winfield Jr. for a 50-yard catch, which resulted in a stoppage of play by a spike by Stafford and then a field goal. And we lost the game 30-27, ending the 2021 season for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the defeat, ending a 13-4 regular season record and a 1 victory record against the Philadelphia Eagles in the wild card round last week. 2 short of the Super Bowl, 2 short of the goal. Ended the 2021 season. A lot of great bright spots in the 2021 season. Of course, that one was a dark one at the 42nd mark Sunday. Ripped our heart out as fans. We were all there watching it. It was a terrible defeat. We slept on it the next morning. Sports Talk the Cowboys started the 2022 Tampa Bay Buccaneers season, and we've already started it here with the Sports Talk with the Cowboy. We'll be covering weekly the happenings of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, news, coaching changes, free agency. Of course, in March, the free agent period starts. The teams could sign players that are free agents of the NFL, and we've also got April, the draft of college players from the NFL. And we'll continue with Sports Talk with the Cowboy to cover the Tampa Bay Rays, the Tampa Bay Lightning, and also the Tampa Bay Bandits in spring with Todd Haley and the Bandits, and also motorsports and other sports. We will continue to cover those. But the core of the show will continue to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because here at Sports Talk with the Cowboy, it's Buccaneers season 12 month a year. So it was a sad day Sunday. Somebody had to lose, and sadly it was us. So it was a sad ending to the season, but we move on to 2022 and our continued coverage of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Plenty to cover through the 2022 season. On another note, this Saturday, 3 p.m., kicks off the World WeatherTech Championship Endurance Series at the Daytona Rolex in Daytona. It'll start at 3 p.m. Saturday the 27th and run to 3 p.m. on Sunday, 24 hours. And after that race, of course, the WeatherTech Series will travel to Sebring 12 Hours, our home track, and we will compete the 12 Hours of Sebring. So we will start the coverage of the Rolex race this Saturday, and in the start of the WeatherTech Series through the 12 Hours of Sebring, which will be in March here in Sebring. So, of course, the Great American Race, the NASCAR's kickoff, Daytona 500 will be the middle of February. So a lot of motorsports happening here in Florida, a lot in the next few weeks and months. Of course, the kickoff of the IndyCar Series will be in St. Pete right after the 12 Hours of Sebring. So all 3 major motorsports series will start here in Florida, 50 miles from this studio. And also coverage of our Tampa Bay Lightning, 2-time defending champion, with another victory last night. They're playing real good hockey. Our goalie, of course, is COVID-19 protocol right now. And we have Steven Stamkos and Hedman and Braden Point doing real well, and we're winning, and we're leading our division, and we're leading in points in the NHL. So we're doing a fine job, banged up like we were most of the year, and continuing on with the Tampa Bay Lightning. We're getting ready for the United States Football League entry draft. Their draft will be a month from today. We have the Tampa Bay Bandits and our new head coach Todd Haley in the United States Football League, and we're looking forward to that draft at the end of February. And then they will start training camp in March and start playing in April. So we will continue coverage of the Tampa Bay Bandits, and they're getting prepared for their season. And we'll go on now to the question and answers. And Ed from Winter Haven asked, what about the Miami Dolphins this year? And Ed, the Miami Dolphins, of course, needs a head coach, and they haven't gotten one yet. We don't know who that will be yet, Ed. There's a lot of ideas who it could be. Jim Harbaugh from Michigan has been mentioned. Doug Peterson's been down there. There's been others, Jimbo Caldwell and others down in Miami getting interviewed. I do believe it'll be Doug Peterson, the former coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't feel Jim Harbaugh will be the coach of the Miami Dolphins. But you got to start with the coach, and once we get the coach and get some defensive and offensive coordinators, we'll see where it's going. But your quarterback will stay the same, at least for next year, I'm sure. Tagovailoa, or we can't even pronounce his name, he will be your quarterback next year, I would suppose, unless they can get a big market free agent, depending on the coach they get. So we're all speculating until we get a head coach down there. There's 10 head coaching jobs, Ed, in the NFL open right now. We don't know who any of them are yet. So it's kind of strange that at least one of them hadn't named a head coach. Even the Bucks, Byron Leftwich, and Todd Bowles have been interviewed for many, many jobs this year. So we don't know. We'll know once they start, Ed, and we'll continue to follow it. And feel free to ask that question again when we know more information. So God bless you, Ed, for your question. And the next question is from Jen, and she asked about Sean Payton resigning as the New Orleans Saints head coach after 15 years and what effect that'll have on the team. A great effect, Jen, I think, a great effect. If they don't change coaches outright, there's a coach named Dennis Allen who coached against the Buccaneers in December while Sean Payton wasn't available. And I think he'll be the candidate that they'll choose to be the new head coach of the Saints. He knows the program. He knows how Sean Payton ran it. He's been his longtime defensive coordinator. So the changes will be some, but I would suppose if Dennis Allen gets the job, it'll be a lot like what it was with Sean Payton being there. So it was a big shock to you, New Orleans fans, and it was a big shock to me when I found Sean Payton had left. So we don't exactly know why he left, but he did leave. And so that job's open also. We'll know more. But I think you'll be okay as long as we get Dennis out. If you want the Sean Payton type coaching team, and he's been greatly successful with the New Orleans Saints, as you really know, and we all have seen his coaching prowess because he's been a nemesis of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers every single game with him at the helm. So God bless you for your question. What you got for me, DJX?
Well, Cowboy, this week, Yard Barker says early NFC championships, 49ers, Rams, betting odds and angels.
Well, I think that the 49ers are 3-point favorites in Westgate, Vegas. It was an even bet. Then it was 3 points Rams, now it's 3-point 49ers. Mm-hmm. It's that close. All the games the other day were ended in one field goal in the last minute. All the games in the division round ended with a field goal in the last minute.
Oh, wow.
And the only game that didn't was the Chief and Bill game that went into overtime. Mm-hmm. So that's how close it is. It's razor close in the competition, and I think it's 3-point 49er. We're pulling for the 49ers here with Sports Talk with the Cowboy. Nothing against you Ram fans. Okay, we're just going to be real with you here with Sports Talk with the Cowboy. We're going with the 49ers.
49ers.
Over the Rams on Sunday. Whether they do or not, well, we don't know yet, but we're going to pull for the 49ers.
Oh, yeah. All right, and we got Larry Brown Sports says, Rams attempt to limit 49ers fans at SoFi Stadium expected to fail.
Well, there you go, the geographic location, and they're going to try to buy up all the extra tickets. The NFL does try to let each team have a certain amount of tickets so their fans can attend. Okay. But with this team being 130 miles north, which is the 49ers, the game in L.A., they're going to have fans from San Francisco down to L.A. Okay, so there's no question about it. They're going to travel. 49ers play them twice a year. They play each other. They know each other. That's a bitter rivalry. There's going to be fans from the 49ers down there. You can bet money that I can't cover because we're going to win that bet. They're going to be there.
That's going to be
the Rams are going to try to get them tickets, and anybody in that area wanting to try to get those tickets is going to have a hard time. If you're out in the street trying to buy from a scalper, good luck because they're going to be hard to get.
Yeah, okay? It's going to cost you.
They're going to cost you.
It's going to cost you.
Get you some ducats ready.
All right. And then we got SB Nation, Bengals rookie stock report, Jamar Chase, Evan McPherson, keep rising to the occasion.
That Jamar Chase is a great receiver, and he's we gave Joe Burrow a target and a threat, and he scores at will. We'll see him against the Chiefs, and we're pulling for the Cincinnati Bengals all the way against the Kansas City Chiefs. And know you Chief fans, nothing against you. 31 years it's been since the Bengals have been in the playoff win at home, and they won one. And they went to the Titans, the number 1 seed last week, and this McPherson we're talking about kicked the game-winning field goal. A rookie from the University of Florida Gators, a rookie that's Evan McPherson. He's money. Okay, he's money. He's money
in the
with
bank.
he's money in the bank
bag.
on them kicks, and he don't get cold, and he's just a young little kid. You'd have to card him and give him a drink. Okay, so at McPherson, go with you, McPherson, and Jamar Chase. He's going to be one of the greatest receivers in all of football if he's not already there now. We'll see him Sunday, and that Cincinnati Beagle team, go Cincinnati.
He got
We're
some great
supporting you.
potential.
They got great potential and a great future. All 3 of those players.
Oh yeah.
Chase, Burrow, and McPherson.
So we got SMG. Patrick Mahomes versus Josh Allen could be the next great quarterback rivalry.
It will be. Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. The other night, 13 seconds to go on the clock. The Chiefs get the ball, 13 seconds to go. The Bills are ahead of them by 3 points, and they get down in field goal range and kick the field goal, tie the game, go to overtime, get the coin toss, and score a touchdown. That's how fierce that game against the Bills and the Chiefs was the other night. If anybody watched it, if you didn't, you missed one of the greatest games you've ever seen. You seen the Buffalo Bills' heart get ripped out of them while they were standing on the sidelines, much like the Bucks' heart was ripped out too. So we all know what happened. That whole weekend was that way, okay? But that rivalry, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, it's going to be a rivalry for a decade or more. Those two are stud horses in that AFC. And I would say put Joe Burrow in there, getting close to being one of those, if he can continue what he did this year and what he's been doing, and maybe Sunday add to who he is, because those 3 are going to be the 3. And Allen and Patrick Mahomes have met many times now in these championship games and in these playoffs in these few years, and they have developed a fierce rivalry, and their styles are completely different in how they play. One runs with Allen, one's big and physical, and one's finesse and slinging it with Mahomes. So they make a odd couple that's worth watching every time.
Yeah. Okay, so I got one more for you. What you think about Brady? You think he coming back, or you think he gonna retire?
I don't know. That's a tough question there, DJX. I don't know. I think he will probably come back for one more year. I think he'll come back for one more year. He's up at the top of his game. But the bitterness in that loss.
Oh, yeah. He don't like to lose.
No, I don't think
that's the motivation to come back next year.
I think you're right. I think that motivation will come from that loss that he suffered 30-27 the other night. He don't want to go out a loser. Right. And he's physically okay if his family allows him to go. I'm sure he's going to talk to his wife, Giselle, and his children. But they showed them in the box, all of us. We watched them the other day during the game. They showed them up there in the box running around. The kids had the uniforms on and running around with food in their mouths, and Mama was smiling and jumping up and down. They seem to enjoy that. You know, they're not out in the middle of the element like all of us. They're sitting in a plush box enjoying the game. So, you know what I mean? He'll contemplate with them and talk to them, but he can't go back if he ever retires. And I don't. He's got a perfect.
He got one more in.
I think you're right, DJX. One more year. One more year. We're praying that he's got one more year.
Oh yeah, definitely. I like to see it.
Yeah, we all would. We all would, because we got a chance to win a Super Bowl. And without him, we don't have a chance to win a Super Bowl right away. Right. And with him, we do. And I think a lot of these other free agents will wait for his decision. And but I think it'll be a few weeks. But I think it'll be in the decision to come back one more year. One more year. Right. If it's on the fence, like we said, the bitterness of that loss Sunday is going to want him to come back.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. I think that's the motivation.
That's you're 100% right.
He's gonna want a little bit of get back off.
He's gonna want some get back. He's gonna want some get back.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
And he'd love to get it back against the LA Rams.
Exactly.
And we'll be glad. And we'll be glad to see him do it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So God bless all y'all, and God bless you, GJX. God bless you
too, Cowboy.
And listen, all you fans out there, thank you for your support. Thank you for your support the 2021 season with the Buccaneers. Sports Talk with the Cowboy will continue on. Cowboy out.